Clearly, I'm not that well versed in the World Cup, but I am rooting for Team USA. What are our chances? It's not going to be good, is it?
It's not going to be good. It's going to be about 1-4, according to our internal B Sports numbers.
Ouch.
The U.S. has a 26% chance of beating Belgium, but if they can just hold on, because the most likely outcome is 1-0. So if they can get to a 1-1 or a 0-0 type of situation, then they can get to extra time. And if they can hold on to that, then they can get to penalty kicks. That's really their best shot. Because if they're playing on the field, Belgium is a much better team. If you can get to penalty kicks, it's pretty much a 50-50 situation. So if you're the U.S., if you're the worst team, you always hope to extend the game in that kind of scenario.
Well, first, though, why is it likely to be 1-0?
Because these are two very defensive teams. They don't score a lot of goals. If you look at how Belgium played in kind of a powder puff little group before, they did not score that many goals. They didn't give up many goals. They're a low-scoring type of team. The U.S., we've seen it most, has gotten 2 goals in any game, so we're not seeing 3 or 4 goal outbursts for them. So probably you'll see a low-scoring game today. Again, 1-0, based on the numbers, is the most likely possible way it will end.
And the worst for the U.S., 0-0 or 1-1 would be better.
Better would be 0-0, 1-1 to extend it out and try to get to penalty kicks.
Oh, penalty kicks. Okay, let's talk about the economics of this because it's kind of fascinating. It seems like it's a strategy to get to penalty kicks because it's easier to score.
It's easier to score. It's easier to score for both teams. At that point, your talent doesn't really matter. So if Belgium is the better team, obviously they have a 74% chance of winning the game. But if you get to penalty kicks, that advantage is basically gone. And so there's a lot of game theory, and a lot of economists have done research on this, like the Freakonomics guy, Steve Levitt. There's a lot of research on how you kick the ball. Do you go right or left, depending on what the kicker's strong foot is, depending on where the goalie is likely to go. And there's thousands of kicks that have been researched, put into databases, put into scouting reports. There's actually one Spanish professor at the LSE who has given data to Spanish opponents because he's a Basque separatist. So he wants Spain to lose.
Just in case we didn't know how much the world loves soccer.
Yeah.
FYI.
There's a lot of data. So the percentages...
So what is it?
The percentages say that you actually want to kick right to the middle because the goalies tend to guess left or right before the kick has happened. That's why so many times you see those kicks, they just go the wrong way because if they wait for the kick to happen, it'll just be too slow of a reaction to try to follow the ball. So the goalies jump beforehand. Usually that's why if you kick it right down the middle, they've just jumped somewhere.
Do most people actually kick to the right? I'm assuming that most people are right-handed.
Most kickers are stronger on their right foot. So there's an optimal equation that says you should kick about 60% of the time to the strong foot and 40% of the time to the weak foot because based on how goalies jump and based on your accuracy of kicking to your strong side versus your weak side, and you need to show that you're random. If you kick to the right all the time, then the goalies know it, then they get used to it, and they start going that direction. So there's a bit of randomness that you need to put into your strategy, and then a bit of following your strong foot.